Good morning. You are tuned into Coffee and Donuts with Miss T.
Alexis.
Today is Wednesday, April 20th, 2022. It is at the top of the hour. It is now 6 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. Lexus, have you had your coffee this morning?
Yes, I have my coffee and my donut.
We all know that the early bird catches the worm when.
Always.
All right, always. Lexus, let's go ahead and say a prayer so we can go ahead and welcome our guests in and get these daily announcements read so we can see, does Walmart have shady practices? Are you ready?
Oh God, in the name of Jesus, Lord, we thank you for another wonderful Wednesday. Lord, we ask you to just brighten our day. Lord, we ask you to touch our subscribers and our listeners. In your son Jesus' name, I pray. Amen.
Amen, amen, and amen again. Just a few daily announcements. If you want us to give your channel a shout out, or if you want us to wish you, someone you love, a happy birthday, or if they have an anniversary coming up, or if you have something special that's about to go down on your channel and you want us to announce it on Coffee and Donuts, go over to Instagram at W.T.F with the family tables or Lexus Ice ASMR. Leave us a DM with all the specifics, and we will gladly announce it on Coffee and Donuts. Okay, every Wednesday is Viewer's Choice topic. If you have a topic that you want us to discuss, leave us a DM on Instagram and we will dig right into it. Every Friday, we highlight a different YouTube channel. And right now, we are only highlighting those channels that have less than 500 subscribers. So if you know of a channel that needs help, or one of our old faithfuls that join every morning, if you want us to highlight your channel and you desperately need the help, let us know and we will highlight your channel every Friday. We're going to do everything we can to help get you to that 500 subscriber count. Okay, today is April 20th. And for all of you that know what April 20th is, okay? So if you know what April 20th is, happy April 20th to you and all that you do over there, okay? All right. Let's welcome our guests in the room. Good morning, Annabelle TV. Good morning, MLW Fisherman. Good morning, Coco TTV. And to all 400 people that we have in the bushes that are on their way to work, that are getting dressed for work, that are up getting the kids ready to go off to school. If you're already at work, and you're just listening in, or if you're just laying in bed with one leg up, one leg down, it's okay. As long as you're here with us, that's all that matters. We're just glad that you are here with us. Thank you for being here with us. I'm trying to get rid of this frog in my throat this morning. Maybe I need to add a little bit more something in my coffee. I don't know. Alexis, how are you this morning?
I am better. My voice is trying to come back to me. I'm
Okay.
better.
I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. Monday was my birthday and anniversary. So I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes, for the anniversary thank yous and all of that good stuff, all the cash apps. Oh my God. That came from far and near. Thank you so much. My cash app was just, you know how to change, how you hear it drop. I'm like, wow, I almost sounded like how our orders come in.
Oh wow, that's a blessing, girl.
Orders of what's going on? You
Yeah, you know one thing, that's fantastic because one thing I do know, a person is not obligated to do anything
know,
for you.
right.
And any gift is always welcome and you are blessed.
Well, I thank everybody for blessing me because I know sometimes, you know, times are tough for people. And I just want to thank everybody that showed up for me. I really appreciate you. I really do, from the bottom of my heart all the way up to the top of it. So thank you so very much. And I'm just grateful to, just still, like the old people say, be in the land of the living. Because there's so many people my age that I know personally that, just sitting there waiting on somebody to come help them do personal things, and I'm able to get up and do everything on my own without waiting on somebody and at the mercy of somebody else. So I'm just thankful and grateful for all of that. And I don't take any of that for granted. I never have. Working in the line of work that I work in, I'm grateful for everything. Every little thing that I'm able to do for myself, I'm thankful and grateful that I'm able to do it. So let's move on. Thank you, Lord, for allowing me to see another birthday. And I hope to see many, 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 many more. All right, Miss Doll is in the building. Good morning, Miss Doll. Okay, so listen. Does Walmart have shady practices? Everybody's going bankrupt. Fred's went bankrupt. If you know Fred's what's it, Fred's Dollar Store or just Fred's?
Fred Dollar Store.
Fred Dollar Store went bankrupt. J.C. Penney has gone bankrupt. Payless Shoe Store went bankrupt. Who else went bankrupt, Lexus Ice, that you can think of right now? Just all types.
Ooh, a lot of
A lot of people.
dollar stores have
But
gone
Walmart
bankrupt
has
over the years.
still kept their doors open, still standing strong. Okay. I came across an article, and I'm going to call this lady's name because the article had her, she used her name. Well, I don't know if that's her real name, but this is the name that they use for her. So maybe it is her real name, just the name. So I don't know. But I'm going to call the name that they used in the article, okay? Lexus Ice, are you with me?
I'm here.
Okay, so the lady's name is Leslie Nurse. I don't know if it's a made up name, but that's the name that they used. Okay, she and her family were at Walmart. They went through the self checkout line, and the scanner was malfunctioning. Okay, so she asked one of the associates there. You know how they have the people there to help, the associates there to help. The scanner was malfunctioning. The associate stood there and helped her. Okay, she had things like groceries, like eggs. She had some tissue because they named the things that she had. So she scanned, paid for her items, and was leaving with her kids, her husband. They were leaving out the door. Okay, she got stopped at the door by one of the associates saying she had shoplifted at the scanner. And she was like, well, I know this can be cleared up because I got my receipt, and one of the associates even helped me check out. So she was like, it's just a misunderstanding. So she said she wasn't worried. Honey, she should have been. Good morning, P-Make family. Welcome to Coffee and Donuts. They called the police. They arrested her. They charged her with shoplifting. And she said she was so shocked. It went on. She had to go to court. She went to court, and she said she was embarrassed because just like here at our local newspaper, anybody get caught shoplifting, your name going in the newspaper. Everybody gonna know where you shoplift at and how much items, how much it was worth, what you stole. Everybody's gonna know it. So she said that's what happened to her. She was embarrassed. You know how people talk and laugh about certain things or whatever. She said so that what was going on with her. She said even at her job, they called in the office. She lost her job because of it. And she was trying to explain to them that it was all a big misunderstanding and stuff. But, they weren't trying to hear it because the newspaper is the Bible, like people think, which the newspaper is just another person, a human being sitting there typing up something that they weren't there to give accurate accounts, just typing up off of hearsay and allegedly and all of this kind of stuff. So anyway, so she had to go to court. She went to court. Walmart did not send a representative, so the charges were dropped. Okay, the charges were dropped. She thought she could go on with her life. But she received a letter in the mail, a demand letter in the mail from Walmart. I think it was how much, Lexus? How much did they want her to pay to get rid of
$200.
how
$200. $200.
wanted her? Yeah, they sent her a demand letter, wanted her to pay $200. So she said, okay. She paid the $200 and just for it to go away. And then she thought about it. She said, if if they done this to me and I'm innocent, just imagine, how many other people they've done it to. So she got her lawyer. They went to court, and when they went to court, um, the lawyer did some research. He did research. He, you know, through these Walmart cases or whatever, and he realized that Walmart in just a year's time had charged 1.4 million people across the country, and had given them these demand letters, and had received and recovered over $300 million from people, with this same type of stealing. And so if you do the math on that, Walmart, they tell you they got this theft prevention program. That's how they're able to keep afloat, because they got these little shady practices where they accuse people of stealing and they really haven't stolen anything. Then they don't even show up for court. If they thought they really had a case, why wouldn't they show up for court, after all this big hoopla that they made? So they are just off these demand letters alone, they recovered $300 million from the theft protection program. So that's how they recover all of their, things that people have stolen. That's how they pad their pockets. That's why Walmart's still standing. They're not worried about, because, I'm sure all of these stores people steal from or whatever. But that's how Walmart is able to stay afloat, because they got these little sideline practices like that. That's why they're so strong and still standing. And so the Leslie nurse, after it was all said and done, and after she, they charged with the $48 worth of gross that they alleged that she stole, she ended up winning $2.1 million from Walmart. Did y'all get that? They accused her of stealing $48 worth of groceries, but when it was all said and done, she walked away with $2.1 million from Walmart. So, Walmart, people look up to Walmart, but in a situation like that, I don't know why they wouldn't send anybody to court. That seemed kind of strange to me. And then another thing that was strange, why a simple receipt could have cleared all that up at the door, right? Lexus Ice, what you think about this?
Yeah, I think a simple receipt could have cleared it up. This is really opened up my eyes, because a lot of people don't even realize, when I was going in Walmart before the pandemic, I went through self check because I felt it was easier and convenient than just standing in a line. If I only had one or two items, just go through there, check that out, and just go on. But now it's making you really not really want to deal with self check if you go through the line and just have maybe $10 an item to end up in court and end up arrested, end up with a record. Is not even worth, I would rather stand for the hour to get checked out by a cashier than to go through a self check and end up in court and with the record of stealing. And it's just really a lot. That's really a lot.
So what you think about this list? Is that a shady practice of Walmart sending people these demand letters that didn't show up in court? Then you get a demand letter of $200, and they said we'll make it all go away. Do you think that's a shady practice? And
Well,
it's
I'm gonna say this right here. You have innocent people who don't want to be involved in trouble. They
right.
don't want to be involved with criminal stuff, and so they, when they send these demand letters, they will rather pay it than to just get caught. That's just like bill collectors. They send processors,
Oh
and
yeah.
or they have processors to call you, and the processors make it seem like they some big police, or you're going to jail, or you need someone to show up in court to defend you. And so they were like, okay, how much is my bill? How much is that credit card bill? Oh,
Right.
well, you pay $300 right now, it's over. And they'll go right then pay $300 just to get it over with. You have people that just want it over, and they will pay whatever it takes just to get over it.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And what we found out was that when the lawyer, really did his research, he found out that Walmart had sent 1.4 million demand letters to people across the country. And from that, that's over $300 million that they have collected in 1 year uh alone. So that's why they aim to stay afloat and not go bankrupt like the other big corporations and stores and stuff, because they getting their money back from their theft prevention. They're getting their money back. And so and it's embarrassing, because especially when you know that you didn't, and then an associate stood there and helped her. So I was trying to figure out, why didn't they just look at the receipt? The receipt would have showed I would have stood there and let them went over every item again. But like she said, the scanner was malfunctioning. So that's kind of weird to me. But she ended up winning. And Walmart must have known something was shady themselves. They didn't send a representative to court. So
You know what? They probably didn't want to invest in sending a representative court over how much, $48. Because think about it. You know, it the representative may have had to come from corporate, and it was going to take a plane ticket and all of that. That cost more than just the $48. So they probably it would have been more sending the representative just not show up at all.
So by this being a practice for them, or just a daily routine, okay, we're not gonna show them because we'll just send a demand letter. That's shady, because they already knew they weren't gonna show up. They're just gonna send that demand letter and recoup the money. So that, to me, that is a shady practice. To me, I would say it is. You don't think that's shady?
Well, it just may be their it just may be how they handle how they handle it again. You know, why would you purchase a plane ticket and possibly a hotel for the representative when it's only $48? So okay, let's just send a demand letter. And let's just, I mean, that's just what they do.
A shady practice. So let me read some comments. Good morning, Shawanda Williams. Welcome back to Coffee and Donuts. Let me read some comments. Ms. Dawn said, "What about the lady that helped her?" You're right. The associate that helped her. Sometimes people don't want to get involved. I need my job. I need my job. So people see wrongdoings going on and won't get involved. They'll stand back and watch. That's in any type of situation. You see people that can clear up things or that can stop things from happening, and they'll just stand back and look. Annabelle said, "I refuse to go through the self-checkout because I don't work at Walmart." I know that's for real. They want you to check out your own groceries, bag your own stuff, all of that. Ms. Dawn said, "No matter how long the line is, I never go through self-checkout." Me either. I never go, because fear of, those scanners do. I have gone through a few times, but those scanners will malfunction, and then they talk loud and say, "You haven't scanned something," when you know it's been scanned. I'm not going through none of that. I'm not going through none of that. I'd rather go, like you said, Lexus, I stand there with 15 people with two cash registers open and the line backed up into the clothing aisle. They go
Exactly. Exactly. Then to go through a self check and end up with a criminal record when you hadn't done anything.
right. P May family says, "I went to Walmart late this weekend and they only had self checkout open, but they had a long line with two people just checking receipts after watching everyone check out." And that, let me finish reading. I'm gonna tell you about something else I came across. They could have just opened the rest. They don't want to pay nobody. They want you to self check out. Invest a plane ticket, hotel room, court fees, meals, everything associated with sending a representative to court that they would have been responsible for. Brand Couple Cooking Series is in the building. Happy Wednesday morning, Tangi's Lex and Chat. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, listen. I also read this article, and it was asking, do you, or is it lawful or law that you must show your receipt when leaving out of Walmart? It is not. It is not. You don't have to show your receipt. You can keep walking. I don't care if
Really?
they green. I don't care if
I
they,
have, go
huh?
ahead.
I don't care if they,
I have never even thought about it. Now, like I said, when I,
go ahead, Lexus Ice.
huh?
I forget things sometimes.
Oh, go ahead, girl. I won't forget. I remember mine. Go ahead.
Okay, so listen. the Greek, and I understand certain instances when you have a big items that can't go in the bag, like you got a big bundle of 20 rolls of tissue that can't go in the bag, or if you just bought a TV, or like the big bundles of washing powder, the liquid what that can't go in the bags or whatever, or like we buy the boxes of peppers that can't go in the bag. If they want to ask for my receipt and make sure, I don't have a problem with that because I know I haven't stolen anything or nothing. But you better make sure the person coming behind me or before me that you ask them for their receipt too, because I'm gonna call you out and ask you why you didn't ask for their receipt. I don't mind showing you my receipt, but you better not be caught slipping and let me see you didn't ask the next person for theirs. So I'm gonna say you stereotyping me, and I mean that. You know, and that's what happened to a lady. Her and her husband got separated in the store. You know how a husband and wife go in the store sometimes, and sometimes the lady takes longer, or sometimes the man just walking around looking or whatever. So she got ready to come out, and the greeter asked her for her receipt, and all of her things were bad. She asked her for her receipt, and she was like, "Okay." She let her see the receipt. All right, so she went out into, like, the little lobby area before you go out in Walmart, where the baskets and things are kept. She waited in there
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
for her husband. So when her husband came out, he had some items that were not bad. And the greeter never asked him for a receipt, let him walk on by. She said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You didn't, she went back, she said, you didn't ask him for his receipt. And she gave her some type of, brushed off or whatever. She said, no, why didn't you ask him for his receipt? And he have items that are not bad. Come to find out, she's a Mexican lady. He's a white guy. So she felt like she was stereotyped and stopped because she was a Mexican woman. So who really knows? But I do know they don't ask everybody for receipts. But if you ask me for mine, and sometimes we go there so much, and we know people because it's a small town. They'll wave and you keep going, and stuff like that. But if you ask me for my receipt and didn't ask the person in front of me or behind, you're gonna have to explain to me why. I'm gonna make a big scene and ask you why did you ask to see their receipt? Okay. Boosie is in the building. Good morning, Boosie. Praying couple said we avoid self-checkout as well. They got everybody shook about these scanners, huh? Boosie said, good morning, W.T.F fam. What's up? Good morning. Boosie speaking to everybody. Queen Gertrude is in the building. Good morning, Queen Gertrude. Okay, now what were you gonna say, Lexus Ice? Oh, you forgot. Oh,
Okay. Was it about the receipts and the about
huh?
showing the receipts?
Yeah.
No, I remember one time I actually stopped and this lady was like, "Can I see your receipt?" And they was put like the green markers on the receipt, and she didn't do it. The people in front of me, it happened to her, and I literally said, "Ma'am, why are you harassing me? I'm not harassing you. This is my job." I said, okay, well, you didn't do your job with the people in front of me. See, they going out the door and you didn't mark the receipt. So stop harassing me. And when I got in the car, I called in there and I was like, she's very harassed. She's demanding at the door. And some people, I guess she don't see them. They're invisible to her. She let them pass by. But then I guess I'm darker than the people that was in front of
Oh,
me, and so I told them, and she stopped and she harassed me. And I let them know I don't have to come in your stuff. I'm going to get done like this.
and what was their response?
Well, we apologize for everyone, should show the receipt. I'm like, okay, the counter in which I came from, it was right at the door.
Mm.
I mean, you couldn't. I came right at the door because when I was going in Walmart, I remember where I would park it, and I would go to the counter in the door that was nearest to the car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? But I fussed about that. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way because I was in a hurry, and then you stopping me to look at my receipt, then you taking your time going through. I'm like, what? I mean, that really made me upset that day.
It'll make anybody upset. And then good morning, all things Angela. Welcome to Coffee and Donuts. Angela says, morning, everyone. Great topic. I always wonder about showing my receipt. Well, from our reading, it seems as though you don't have to show your receipt. And a lot of times these greeters are just retired people working a part-time job. They stand there and talk to everybody that come through
And
the store.
and she was retired and did have been retired from there. And I mean, she was just then she just, I mean, You know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
And you've been with me a couple of times when I have had to, check them, but you know.
I don't have a problem with them asking for a receipt, you know, do your thing, but you better make sure you check everybody that come to going in front of me and behind me because I'm very observant. And if you don't, I'll just why didn't you check theirs? You know, and it's just that simple. If you're standing there and that's your job to check each receipt, well, check each receipt, you know, check each receipt. So
And
let
you know something else? I'm wondering, do the people that do the online grocery that shop are they checking receipts? Because when I do online grocery, sometimes I don't even have items I've paid for. So I'm like, are they checking the receipts to make sure the stuff in the bag? Because
no,
I have to call Walmart all the time. I did not get this. I did not get this. So somebody ain't checking receipts back there in grocery pickup.
no, you know, you got some people that sloppy with their job anyway, and that's just how it is. You know, I always talk about these little fast food people, and they don't put all your items in the bag, and they just don't. And you know, I was showing just veering off topic just a little bit because that's what we do over here sometimes. You remember we were on FaceTime one day. I don't know which day that was, and I don't really get Big Macs from McDonald's, but I just had a taste for a Big Mac. And I told him, I never get the lettuce when I do. I said, don't put lettuce on it because I just don't see how you can eat lettuce on meat. It's just hot and it whizzes up. And that's like gross to me. But anyway, so they didn't put the lettuce on. So I was on FaceTime on Duo with Lexus Ice. I said, look at this. You remember how that burger looked, Lexus?
It looked slopped together, made. I mean, whoever, it wasn't made with love. It wasn't made with. I mean, it was just awful. I probably would have took it back and gave it to him and like, just give me my money back.
The cheese was on side. It was the meat and cheese wasn't in the center. It was like on the side, and then you couldn't like pull the meat up and try to center it. The cheese was still hanging off, melted to the bread. It was just
And I got a cheeseburger one day from them. The cheese wasn't even melted. It was just a cold slice of cheese. I'm like, they didn't take the time to melt the cheese on it. I mean, mustard was all on the bun. It was just awful.
it's just a shame. And then they get mad with you and upset and don't want you sitting at the window because you on my time. I don't care, but you on my time and my money. Anyway, let's get back on, girl. Annabelle said some people are there just for a paycheck and don't care about the job itself. That's true. A lot of them are there. That is in any job. You got some of them that don't love what they do and are just there for a paycheck. But don't get upset with me because you chose that career. I didn't put you there. You should have done better by yourself. Okay. Boosie said, good morning, Miss Doll. Have an awesome sauce day. Okay, then. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the panel. Let me go ahead and drop the link so we can get, even if you just want to come up and say good morning, that's fine. Let me make a few announcements while we wait on someone if they want to come up. If you want us to give your channel a shout out, or if you have a birthday coming up or an anniversary, or you just want to wish someone a blessed day or anything, go over there to Instagram and W.T.F with the family Tabers or Lexus Ice ASMR and give us the details and we will, or if you have something coming up on your channel and you want us to announce it, we will go to Instagram, leave us a DM and we will announce it. Every Wednesday is viewers choice topic. If you have a topic that you want us to discuss, we would gladly do it. Just leave if you have articles, anything, just send it to us, and we'll make that the viewers choice topic. Every Friday we highlight smaller YouTube channels. So if you know of a YouTube channel that has 500 or less subscribers and you want us to help them kind of grow a little bit and do all we can to help, leave us the channel name and so we can get a chance to look at the channel beforehand, and hopefully get them to come to the panel to give us some information about their channel. we would gladly do that. Okay. That's on Fridays. So Lex Size, do you remember who we highlighted on this past Friday?
I don't remember.
It was Official Jamia. And
Oh yeah, it was a fish Jamie. Yep.
Jamia is usually here. I was gonna call her up. She is usually here every morning.
Yeah, she's missing. I noticed that. She's normally the first one to join.
Yeah, she is usually here. And I was gonna ask her to come up and plug her channel. So maybe she'll pop in. But we know everybody can't be here every morning. We understand that. But we are just so thankful for when you do come up. Okay, let me see. We have somebody backstage. Oh, it's Annabelle. Annabelle, come on up, Annabelle. You're now on the panel of coffee and donuts. So our topic today is, does Walmart have shady practices?
Absolutely. The day that Sam Walter died and his heirs got a hold of the corporation, it just totally changed.
Mm,
Like before, when Sam was alive, he never got rid of his truck. No matter how much money that man made, he never got rid. It was a red pickup truck, older model, maybe in the 70s. Anyway,
wait,
uh, he
Bill.
was,
And
uh-huh.
wait just a minute. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Good morning, Mama of French girls. Welcome to Coffee and Donuts. So somebody must have shared we on a different panel this morning, huh? Welcome to Coffee and Donuts, French girls. We hope you hear something that you enjoy, or go back and catch some of our previous Coffee and Donuts. Check out the channel. And if you like what you see on the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for being here. Okay, go ahead, Annabelle.
Okay, no problem. So anyway, one of the things that used to do was that he would drive around in his beat up little pickup truck, and he would go into the stores, and he would be in his overalls. He wouldn't wear suits or nothing. He'd be
Mm-hmm.
like if he was out farming, just t-shirt, overall, boots, nothing spectacular. He was not a suit man. But anyway, he would go in, and if the associate did not treat the customer the way he thought they should be treated, he would point to the person and tell the manager, I don't want them working.
Oh wow.
That was it. And he would interact with them like, okay, I'm here, I'm a scruffy nobody. How would you treat me? Like, what would you do? Kind of situation. Are you going to treat me good because I have a suit on, or are you going to treat me just as good if I have a t-shirt and overalls on?
Right.
So he would do that. Another thing he would do, if you work Sundays, you would get paid double time,
Mm.
because that was your day of worship, your day to be with your family. If you're giving
Mm.
up your day to be with your family, he wanted it to be worth your time. That's why you notice that all the older associates, they never ever get assigned a Sunday to work.
Mm. I hadn't even noticed that.
Yeah, the older associates that've been there like 15, 20 years, 25 years, they never work on a Sunday because they get the grandfather clause, which they sign in the contract that they get paid double time on Sundays
Mm-hmm.
and holidays. Yes, if you're
Mm.
working Christmas, if you're working
No, that
Thanksgiving,
Christmas is the only day that Walmart is closed. They're open every day of the year except Christmas. They
yeah,
Now
that
since
would
the
only be for
pandemic,
Thanksgiving.
they was closed for Thanksgiving last year because of the pandemic. You know, they felt like family time, but that was the first. That was the first ever.
Yeah, but they never ever work Christmas. Let me read this comment real quick.
Sure.
In all things Angela said, this is my first time. I'll definitely be listening to you ladies. Thank you so much, all things Angela. We are glad to have you. Miss Dahl said, and then they don't have large bags to put your stuff in. I had a big bag of feminine products, and she just pushed me to the side. She just pushed it to me. I said, "What is this?" I'm not walking out with this in my hand. I don't blame you. You don't want everybody in your business.
Mm.
Find me a bag. Put one bag at the top, one bag at the bottom. But I'm not walking out with this uh big bag like this. Okay, go ahead, Annabelle.
Oh, no problem at all. But yeah, and they would meet the stocks for every dollar that you would put in the stock for Walmart, you would get an equal dollar. Every anniversary, you would get extra stocks in the company. It was truly part of the community, and he shared the wealth. But when he passed and the kids took over, they made it into a money grubbing corporation.
And that's exactly what they are.
And people don't know, but you know the Rubbermaid company?
Mm-hmm.
They drove the Rubbermaid company to go belly up
Mm-hmm.
because they said, we want to buy this amount of product from you and we are going to pay this amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And head of the company at the time was like, the only way we could sell the product to you at that rate is to move it over to China. And we're an American made company, we employ Americans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they just didn't buy Rubbermaid at the time because you know it was Tuppermaid. That's the one they got, the knockoff brand, the Tuppermaid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rubbermaid eventually did go belly up, and guess who was there for the foreclosure
Oh,
auction?
I'm sure.
All the Chinese representatives.
Mm-hmm.
They came overseas, they bought all the stuff, and they moved it back to China. And now you look at all the items on the shelf, it's all made in China because it's so cheap. I'd rather go to another store. Okay, a different store may charge 10 cents more per item, but at least I know the employee there gets a little bit more money. You know, that's the way I look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I avoid Walmart like the plague unless I absolutely have to go there. You look at other places to go. I put my money where my mouth is.
Mm-hmm.
I go directly to the farmer's market. If I'm gonna buy meat, I'm lucky because I am in farm country.
Okay.
Okay, I have to recognize that first. I'm in farmer's country. So I can go down like right around this time of year. You go down, you pick out your cow, you pick out your hogs. When it comes time to slaughter, it's waiting on you.
Mm-hmm.
You give I think a couple of $100 in the spring, a couple of $100 in the summer when slaughter happens, and you have meat for the whole year.
Mm-hmm.
It fills up the entire freezers. But again, I'm lucky because I live in farm country. People that are stuck in the city are in a predicament where they rely on the government to keep the food chain going. So yeah, so I'm not happy about that. That the way the system, the way the food chain is set up, it makes you dependent on the government to feed you.
Well, you know what? I tell you this much. Um, right when at the beginning of the pandemic, when all the shelves at the stores were very low and the food supply was low. One thing about it, we my dad is so um he I mean just he thinks ahead. My daddy is a farmer. He
Mm-hmm.
hunting, and my daddy he went fishing. Him and Lexus Ice husband. Did I lose Lexus Ice? Let me see if she backstage.
Where is Lexi?
And so they went fishing every day. My daddy said, you know what? He said, they may not have food in the stores. He said, but we're gonna eat, we're gonna have meat every day. We have to eat fish every day.
Mm-hmm.
So they went fishing. They went and he, shared with all of us. He said, we're gonna have something to eat if they If the stores run out, we won't be hungry. Okay,
Yeah.
let me find Lex. I thank you for coming up, Annabelle.
No problem.
Okay, let me Alexis Ice, where are you? Let me go back up and read some comments. T. Herbert came into the building. What's up, T. Herbert? Good morning. Thank you always. And T. Herbert, I always read your comments. Girl, you helped me go just another day. Another day after reading your comments, I said, okay, I'll get up tomorrow and do it again. Just because T. Herbert encouraged me to. Miss Doll is speaking. Boosie said, wow, she knows a lot about Walmart history. Makes one want to do some research. I hate Walmart. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't go to Walmart for various reasons. Good morning, Vibes with Danny Love. How are you? Good morning, Sweet Reed. Thank you so much for being you, Sweet Reed. Thank you. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. Oh, Lexi said she's gone. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, everybody's speaking. Ms. Dawson, people need to know that information about Walmart. Yeah, Walmart does have shady practices. Let me go back over the story for today. Okay, if you missed it and just coming in, um, this customer, Leslie Nurse, she went into Walmart and she used the scanner, and the scanner malfunctioned, and she got one of the associates to help her check out at the self-checkout, but it malfunctioned. And so she, paid for her items and was on her way out the store. You know how Walmart stop people, and like, ask for a receipt like you stealing or whatever. So they took her to the back, and she said, she knew that was gonna be cleared up because she didn't steal anything. So they said she stole $48 worth of groceries, and it was just basic groceries like tissue. It was some eggs, I remember, just regular things. So it's like $48 worth of things that she said that was stolen. Okay. She ended up having charges pressed against her for stealing. It was in her local newspaper. She said she was embarrassed, and she ended up having to go to court. She went to court. Walmart did not send a representative. They didn't show up, and the charges were dropped. Okay, she said some time later she received a demand letter in the mail for $200, saying if she paid the $200, all of that could go away or whatever. So she paid the $200, but then she thought about a few things. She was like, well, if they did this to me, I wonder how many more people they've done it to. So she got a lawyer. Her lawyer did his research and found out that within a year's time, Walmart had sent $1.4 million. I mean, 1.4 million people across the country those same type of demand letters asking for money, and the total money collected was over $300 million. So they, have accused people of stealing before and didn't show up for court, but send these demand letters asking for money for the issue to go away. So that's how they recruit, getting their money back from that theft prevention program. That's how they able to stay afloat when other companies are going under and going bankrupt. That's how they're able to stand, for recouping all of this money back from people that are accused of stealing. When it could have, okay, you said I stole something, we show up for court, let the judge decide if I stole or not. But like Lexus I said, it probably wasn't even worth, sending a representative to court. So it was easier to send a letter. But to me, that's a shady practice, in the first place. So I think that's just to me, I think that is a shady practice. Let me go back up and read I saw a comment somewhere. Let's see. Okay, Annabelle said Walmart is closing down stores, something that never happened before. Okay, where has Walmart closed down stores, Annabelle? What state? Where is that? Because I haven't heard that Walmart is closing down stores anywhere. Okay, everybody just speaking. Queen Gertrude E said, my issue is the chef has one price and the restaurant will bring up another price. Yeah, I don't like that either. And another thing, since you brought up that point, you would get to the register And then they'll tell you this does not have a price on it. And I said, well, okay, find out what the price is. Send somebody over here and find out what the price is because I want that item. It's not my responsibility to put a price, to go and do a price check. That's your job. So yeah, I want this item. You call somebody to the register, ask them to go find out what the price is. I can't do your job for you and you getting paid for it. But you get to the register, this don't have a price on it. Okay, find out what the price is. If you have to go look your own self. P May family said that's weird. Yeah, that is, but that does happen. It happens. Okay. Okay, Annabelle said nationwide have not found out which okay. Okay. Okay, Jeffrey's Angel said she had a lawsuit from the beginning anyway. I was a manager for years. They cannot stop you in the store, nor can you, nor no store can stop you while you are still in the store. You have to cross on the outside. I'm, you know what? Maybe they did cross her on the outside, but I do know that they stopped her at some point and took her in the back. If you are still in the store, you can always change your mind. Even if you were stealing for real, we were not allowed to stop anyone. And I was looking at another article. This was at a Dollar General. And these employees go to the extreme to try to stop people from stealing. And that stuff don't even belong to you. I was watching this on YouTube at a Dollar General. It was a boyfriend and girlfriend that came in. They were a young couple, and the employees were accusing them of stealing. They were laughing and making jokes. It was so unprofessional to I could hardly even watch it anyway. And so they were telling them, we saw y'all stealing. We know what you got. Just pay for your stuff. We giving you a chance to pay for your stuff. And so after they kept on being persistent, and they did start bringing up the stuff that they stole and end up paying for the things that they stole, but they were talking to each other back and forth, just yelling and cursing each other out. And so the customers were leaving, and so the employees followed them out the store, cussing and arguing back and forth, and I'm just all. It was just crazy, so unprofessional. Somebody could have got hurt. They harassing the people, follow them all out in the parking lot to their cars and everything, trying to get license plate numbers and just all types of stuff. And I'm like, somebody could seriously get hurt. They ended up paying for their items. That should have been the end of it. Or if you were going to call the police, that's what you should have done. But never should you follow them out to the parking lot, trying to get license plate and, up in behind them, yelling and screaming. Anybody could have got hurt. Okay, Miss Doll said, "That's slow down. You better bet every Okay, so y'all, that was our story this morning. Jeffrey's Angel said Walmart is a mess. The kids sold the company back in 2013. The same people on Target. Okay. It's just a mess out there. Y'all be careful. Protect your energy in these stores because you just taking a simple trip to the store thinking you gonna run in and run out and something crazy could happen and change your whole day. Ms. Doll said this just low down. Everybody be careful out there. You know what? I'm thinking Annabelle said the most common item in the stores that people shoplift is food. So if you think that somebody's in there stealing food, do you think they really need it, or why would a person be stealing food? And it's wrong to steal, but if a person go in the store stealing food, does that mean that they're really hungry, or there could be a booster though, huh? Y'all know what boosters are. But y'all, that is all I have for today. Again, thank you all for helping me celebrate my birthday on Monday, and it was also our anniversary, and it was Easter weekend, so we really had planned to celebrate on the 23rd, this upcoming Saturday. Jeffrey's Angel said that Annabelle said people are hungry, yeah. Jeffrey's Angel said, right, I was not going behind anyone. I have seen people get into fights and shot and running behind them. Yeah, that stuff not yours anyway. Walmart, they gonna recoup their money. So why you? I don't even understand. Let them, if they're in there stealing and you see them, do what you're supposed to do and keep it moving. Don't try to handle stuff. Walmart not gonna have your back. If you get killed trying to handle Walmart's business, they may send your family a flower. They may send them a flower. They may send a resolution, and they may not. And then they're gonna post your job position and fill it and keep moving. So be careful on these jobs. That is not your stuff. That is not your stuff. They have programs in place to recoup money that has been lost. So that is not your fight. Don't fight Walmart's battle for them. They got it. They have people in place for things like that. Let the people go on. Okay, so y'all, that is it. Thank you all. Thank you, Boozy. Thank you all for rocking with us this morning. Even though my co-host dropped me like a hot cake this morning without warning, but it's okay. It is okay. I want everybody to have a wonderful Wednesday. I want everybody to be safe out there. I want everybody to just have a good day. Ms. Dawn said you don't have to take things that don't belong to you. Ask someone. You know that's right. So in certain places they have, if you're hungry, it's you can go to like these pantries. They give away food. Go ask some of the churches, tell them that you're hungry. And most of the time, if people know that you are actually hungry, they will give you something to eat, you know. So that is it, y'all. Thank you all for being here. We love you all so much. And Sweet Reed says, everyone stay safe and have a blessed and wonderful Wednesday. I can hear her saying that. Have a blessed and wonderful Wednesday. And Sweet Reed recently got her 500. Oh, but she's over 500 now. I see your community tab, Sweet Reed. I see you. I see you. Okay, Ms. Dawson, I feed people all the time. Yeah, I know. I know it. So that's it, y'all. Everyone be productive. Do one thing productive today. Just one thing. I know we all are so busy, but just do one thing today. Make somebody smile. I see you tomorrow is Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Um, have a blessed day. Make somebody smile. And let's spread some positivity throughout these YouTube streets. Until tomorrow, we'll see you later.